Okay. Welcome to Rig. How many people first time to Frolic? Woo! This is an awesome place. They got a really nice beer garden outside that's open year round. They were here during COVID, and this was our going-to spot. We love Frolic. Frolic takes really good care of Rig, and they ask us a few things in exchange. We ask you to order food and drinks, tip the staff generously, and if you would like the Facebook page, what do we got? I think everybody knows that now. Green means you get something. Red means you ain't getting nothing at all. They're not going to bother you. August agenda, you have been doing the informal networking. We're going to go through, I'm going to spit out some announcements as fast as I can, just so we can have more time for Manfred. Because I really still want to be able to let every one of you stand up and go, I am, I need, I want, and this is what I have. So, but, well, tonight, I'm going to follow what Katie started way back in 2012. I have a timer for tonight. So, and when people are standing up and talking and you're shaking hands and you're getting flyers about deal, you might go, wow, this is great. This is awesome. This is just too good to be true. That could be the case, or it could be valid. I can't put a stamp on anybody. So if you want to know about a person or a deal, ask around. Denver, when it comes to real estate investing, is a small village. It's not a big city. So word gets around. And we ask you to share that too. When you get burnt, let us know. Hey, heads up. But anyway, due diligence. You're responsible for your own due diligence. We're all over the media, but there's only one site you really need to remember. That's realtyinvestorsgroup.org. We have all our other stuff lined on there. Hey, it's my birthday, but you get the gift. I think most of you already know. And if you join tonight, or if you extend, we'll extend you 12 months. You get a 15% off of whatever membership plan you make. And speaking of our membership, that's next. We got 3 levels of membership. If I'm going to join by myself, I'll pay the individual membership. It's $100. Tonight it's $87 and some change. If me and Richard, right? Rich, hey, let's go in together and let's join as partners. We can do it for $175, save a little bit of money. And then if Rich has got a business, which he does, and they did join tonight, they will go in and do the Rig Business membership. And part of that, you'll get to once a month, we pick a business member and we bring them up front. They get about 5-10 minutes to say, I am, and this is what I do, and this is how great I am. And then we promote it on our social media site, and we try to promote them other times throughout the year. Tonight is no different, except who remembers that ugly thing called COVID? Our business member of the month was Mr. David Andrews and Window Depot. How many people needs windows in your flip? He's a business member. He joined and he was going to come. We were talking. I'll be there. I'm excited. I got a program. I'm going to share. And then last night I got a phone call. He's been in bed for about 4 days with COVID. So it's like, please don't come. We'd love to have you, but I'll make it up to you. And he was going to send me a PowerPoint that I was going to try to talk to, but evidently today was no better than yesterday. I didn't get that. So there's a slide. We will put something up about them later and share their information, and which is kind of a good thing because with this many people in here, we got a lot of talking to do. So any window needs, it's Window Depot of Denver. And we're just cruising right along. I've had this up for about 3 months, and I love it because I think it's true. Warning. If you hang out with successful people, they will brainwash you into believing in yourself and thinking you can achieve anything. And we've got some winners in this room. We've got people that's just starting out, but we've got people that's been doing it for a while and are successful. And guess what? They're willing to trade and share their secret sauce, at least to a certain extent. I know when I first started back in 2012 with those 2 beautiful young ladies in the back corner, I was gathering all my stuff and my systems. It's like, I can't share this with anybody because this is my secret sauce. First couple of RIA meetings, I got blown away. Everybody's like, no, they share. And that's what we're here about. Networking, sharing. Don't reinvent the wheel from the scratch. This is the fun part. And yes, I don't have a bell, but I do have a timer. So we're going to Go around the room. Everybody gets a chance. Husbands and wives, significant others. Everybody gets 30 seconds to stand up and do this. My name is. I specialize in. I need from the group. I can provide. And my phone number is. If you don't give it, they're going to yell at you. And we're going to start. Let's start over here with Manfred. Like he needs an introduction, but Manfred, go ahead and introduce yourself. Show them how to do it.
Manfred Chemek, Manhill International is my company. I do personal in terms of people that need help with investing, but you'll see most of my stuff on my file in the slides, so I can stop.
That's the shortest he's ever spoken.
Greetings, everybody. Time. Time is the one resource we all desire more of, and it's the one resource that's not renewable. I am Amanda the Fix-It Queen, and I specialize in giving time back with our service app, Bid My Bid. You can shoot a video and connect with contractors such as Bid Construction, who is an early adopter, and you can basically skip the drive for contractors, help them win the bid, and save the time. We work in conjunction with BMC Holdings and with our Hot World organization, which stands for Hands on Top, where we are working to do all we can to create renewable resources as well as give time back along the journey. Thank you very much. You can reach me at 720-298-8730 if you're interested in learning about the Hands on Top World organization efforts and how you can work with Bid My Bid to help contractors save the time and save gas and money and give you what you need, which is a high and low ballpark before you move forward.
I'm doing it on this for
Outside of that,
better
you can
audio.
reach me on social media
I'm doing it on
under
this
the
because the audio
Fix-It
is
Queen
better on
or
the
under
phone.
Bid My Bid, and I was invited here by the wonderful Manfred to learn more as he helps us with our initiatives with BMC Holding and Hands on Top World Organization and Bid My Bid. Thank you.
Phone number
Phone number
one more time on the phone.
720-298-8730.
That's how you do an introduction, y'all.
Yes.
Yeah.
And just maybe starting a new one soon. And basically a group of 5 to 7 folks who will become your team of support that want to brainstorm, help share this. Again, it's really about that accountability. If you ever have an accountability partner, if you're relatively new and you're just not sure what you want to focus on, it's just to provide the community, we generally did this for 20 years together. You know, we both just kind of said, he kind of wants to do the big group things, even though that's what I started with. And I really like that sometimes we kept seeing people leave the group that we didn't know whatever happened to. So the idea is to form a small group of people who are your support system. They kind of hold the people title, so that every time you have a meeting and you've already talked to those people, I'm going to see these things, and really want to stay in that. So it's a great way to have accountability with some hard ideas, resources, and that kind of stuff. So that's what I do, and that's what we're going to be coming up with. And again, I'm letting Jim know and we'll coordinate. But please be looking for the free. Because that won't be an accountability so much for the same people, but I'll have the free meetups where you can at least accomplish some of the issues that you want to help with, and then people can help you come up with some ideas. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Pam talked about the John Fisher Breakfast Club. I joke around, other than Rick, this is the best group in Colorado. I heard about it when I started way back in 2012. It took me a while to get there, and as soon as I got there, I'm like, oh my goodness, I've been missing out. This is an awesome group. You've got investors. Anybody that wakes up to be downtown Denver at 7 a.m., they're serious about what they do. Great group. It's $25. And the good news is the buffet is back. All right. Parking is great. Driving's great. Networking's great.
Buy your tickets. You don't
But
sell.
the buffet is awesome.
Buy that ticket. You gotta have. He's not like me. I'll let you in if you don't get a ticket. Sometimes he won't. Invest success. Got a couple slides for them.
He let me in once.
He had a weak moment.
I think it was his former partner.
It's a little bit about invest success in your mentorship program. You know, Tim doesn't blow his own horn enough, so I'm blowing it for him. 40 years of experience. I like this deal. I like this. 93% of students do a deal within their first year and get at least $36,000 profit. Those are good steps. You hear me talk about don't give money to these big national gurus that fly in, do a weekend thing, and then try to sell you a $50,000 program. They're not teaching Colorado, they're teaching the country. They're teaching the basics. Tim, Ivania, they're in events, they're here, they know Denver, they've been doing it for a while, and they're going to be there with you all along the way. There's just some of the bullets. I'm not going to read them because we're running a little tight on time.
We do have a big announcement coming up, so that'll be in a couple days.
We do have it out. Tim and I have an announcement. We'll wait. And again, there's once you complete it, you'll have all the tools and stuff you need. Again, you will have rehabbed your house and be able to tell your story. So for first timers, people like, I don't know, or if you've been doing it for a little while, need a little guidance and how to do it the Colorado way, invest success. Yes, sir. And there's the information we're going to file back. He's right there. You can grab it.
Talk to you later.
I am Jim Enfield, if you didn't know that by now. I retired from IBM. I worked for IBM with Steve back there for 7 years on campus. And a large number of us, about 10,000 people worldwide, would ask not to show up to work shortly. So I took that 401k and put it in a different fund that I have checked and control. So I'm doing private lending. I also do hard money brokering. So a little bit of everything. And I mean, if you know somebody that does Uber, DoorDash, Postman, anybody that drives around the neighborhood constantly, they see things that we don't see. So if you want to say, hey, you want to make some easy money, just be an LST scout as you drive around and you see a vacant house. There's an information of that link of what we need. You have a little bit of basic information. They're not negotiating a deal, they're gathering information. And if that information is good and we close the deal, we'll pay you $1,000. That's coming up. Finally, the myth, the legend. Come on up, Manfred. I'm going to swap out the slides here. My friend, my buddy, my mentor, Mr. Manfred Chemek.
All right, welcome everybody. Just a tip, please speak up. The 2 minutes of your introduction in terms of getting new business networking, you've got to speak loud enough. All right. So anyway, you see all my designations. That's just because I'm old, so I've done that for a long time. So this just a little background, like you guys were talking about your introductions. As I've been a senior investment advisor and also do private mentoring in terms of real estate or anything that you need. Diopsy International Real Estate Federation Professor. Diopsy is the French acronym for Federation of International Global Real Estate Investors. I'm also the only instructor where you see both Diopsy University and NAR CIPS Instructor of the Year Awards. And advising for Ascendant, which is now Reality, which owns the franchise brands Caldwell Banker, Century 21, and ERA. So you've heard of those, I'm sure. Also, Brookfield Real Estate Services, Royal LePage in Canada. In 1995, I purchased the master franchise rights to Remax in Germany, built that up from 0 offices and 0 agents. We're now got over 140 offices and over 3,000 agents. And also was Colorado CCIM Commercial Real Estate Chapter President. CCIM is the PhD in Commercial Real Estate and speaker in the World Real Estate Summit and Global Real Estate Education Director, course developer, etc. And also as a give back, I'm on the board of directors of Our Family Orphan Communities, where we build cities around the world. And the only requirement is that the people who get a free housing and a job there is that they adopt 2 or 3 children, because we feel that children, to have a good start in life, need 2 family support groups. So whether that's a traditional heterosexual couple or somebody else, but they need that structure to have a really good chance in life. So that's my give back there. And in terms of where I get my information, I follow trends throughout the year. I used to do seminars in 78 countries around the world to high net worth investors and companies. And so I have boots on the ground everywhere, globally, regional, etc. And I follow the trends. And I've developed these contacts over time. So I start from the macro and work down to the micro in terms of knowing what's going on in the world. And going through that, I said, taught in 78 countries for over 25 years. Actually, now it's been 35 years. But I also use The Economist, and I encourage all of you to, join and get a copy of The Economist, especially their January issue, where it shows you what GDP is for different countries around the world, etc. So it's an excellent resource. And also Globe Street News, which I get, and the Denver Business Journal. So I have everything from international to local in terms of working on that. And here's what we're going to talk about today, which are 12 items here. And the part that we had the best, I kept towards the last, like anybody else, which is inflation. When will it reduce, by how much, and whether we're in a recession or not. Also some other items there. So there are 12 things that we'll cover, and then I'll review it again at the end when we get done. So we start off with number one, the economic outlook for business. As I said, we live in a global economy, and as you've all noticed nowadays, years ago, it was news to many people, but obviously whatever happens around the world affects us all, whether that's the war in Ukraine or any other items, China, you name it. And so whatever happens in one area of the world affects us everywhere else, including here along the Front Range of Colorado. And, so I do that from the macro to the micro. And the economy has been booming in 2021 and so far in 2022. But we'll see what the rest of 22 looks like and what I think 2023. I usually do a 5-year forecast. Obviously, we've got some uncertainty here now, so I will give you some stuff, but things can change. I'm not a mind reader, but I can go by the numbers and the things that I've got there to give you solid reasons of why I tell you what I think is going to happen.
All this craziness going on in the world, we get to have them here twice a year now.
Yeah.
It used to be here about once a year in January, February, bring it in. You kind of give us an idea of what we need to do for the coming year, but here lately, we almost a quarterly update.
Yeah.
Basically, we're starting from November until April with different places, title companies, etc.
Don't anybody leave. I still got these tickets to get rid of. We're just going to run through some real stuff. I know we're at 9 o'clock. So I'm going to talk real fast. Saturday, John Fisher's.
Yes.
Buffet. No problem parking. No problem driving. You got to go. You got to go. You got to go. And then, Dave, you want to say anything about this real quick?
Sure. Yeah, I'm just going to teach about how to invest in rural raw vacant land and the incredible margins and how easy it is to add it as a stream of income for your already existing real estate business. And then in October, we'll talk about it then, but in October, we're going to do a workshop here, a weekend workshop, get you up and running and get deals.
Thank Dave.
All right, Dave.
Cash flow. Who knows cash flow? Oh, you're missing out. It's like Monopoly on steroids.
Yes.
We're going to get back in the groove in September, and we usually meet right back there in that corner where Richard's at. It's a little even more or less formal. We kick back, relax, have some beverages, some food. We play cash flow. We play together as a team, so we play so we all win. Usually when somebody wins early, they just jump right back in the game. We go until we're tired. It's free. Come join us.
I have one note of interest. There is a website called Truflation, Truflation. Truflation. Everybody should go look at it. The one note of interest is food prices is at 15% today. That's your.
And they shrink the
Happy
bags.
guy.
They raise the price of bags. Anybody needs to see guys, brand new with just one of every anyway.
New seat, giving away. Pedestal seat. First timers again, what do you think tonight?
I love it. I love it.
Good reason. We are about 5 minutes behind, so I'm real quick and say thank you for coming. We love you. Stick around and see you next month.
Let's give Jim a hand for putting all.